I have a parade here, but the first thing up on the list here is I'm going to have a little educational. It's going to be a little educational session. We're going to go to, when the steam engines were real popular, they had 9 whistle calls. And we'd like to share them with you here at this time. And before we get started, I want to bring you back to 1919. 1919, all of the steam engines on the showgrounds were in operation except one. We got one 1924 model on the showgrounds. Otherwise, 1919, every steam engine you see driving around the showgrounds was in operation. 1919, maybe right out here, right here on this spot, they were trash.
At 2 o'clock. Have you had any of the safety meetings? You have to. You're not operating until you go to the safety meeting.
Yeah, okay, just jump in any time. Some parents are lost. That's a serious deal when the folks get lost. Okay, 1919, like I was saying, all these engines were working. And I want you, when we're going to the whistle call, keep thinking back in 1919, because that's what we're talking here. And this very spot we were tracking, over there, a mile away was another one, and 2 miles over that way was another one. And so these whistles, you could actually hear them from, place to place. The first one was the engineer. He was up early in the morning, cleaning the flues, dropping the ashes, and getting steam up. And you were quite proud that you had steam up, especially if you got it up before the neighboring people. And this is the whistle call that went when you had steam up. So please cover your ears and all this here. Can we still loud in that? Okay, here we go. The steam's up. Okay. So now the engineer got that up first. I'm on the first one in the neighborhood to get steam up. Okay, then about half an hour before they wanted the people to come to work, this was the whistle call to call them. Half an hour from now, we want you here. This is the whistle call. Come to work. Okay, all the men are here. The bundle teams are here. Everything is here. Grain wagons are here. The water guy hauling water is here. The separator man, most likely on top of the separator, and he gives a hand signal to the engineer to start the belt. And this is what the engineer will do before he starts the belt. This is the whistle call. Okay, we're off. Everything's going. Everything's going. The bundle teams are coming in, pitching bundles, the grain's going out. And all of a sudden, the thresher man, separator man, notices he's got some problems here. So he gives a hand signal to the engineer. The engineer stops the belt and will blow this whistle at the same time. Here's what it is. Stop the belt. Belt will stop. Okay, these engines, 2,000 gallons a day was very common. They would go through 2,000 gallons a day. This water was hauled with a team of horses in a 400-gallon water tank. Most of them were 400 gallon, and they were hand pumped. So they always had the young guy that was full of energy, and they call him the water boy, the water monkey, whatever. He had a team of horses. He'd go get water, pump it off, and go back to the stream. And he maybe had a little trouble or something, and the engineer's a little worried we're getting a little low on water. So this is the call for low on water. Water is low. Okay, low on water. We got the okay. So and now we have a team of horses that we're out with the bundle wagons out here, and a mouse jumps out from when you're pitching bundles on. You maybe laid the lines down alongside the corner. The team is fine. You just lay the lines on, or they just hang it over the corner of the bundle rack, and you take your fork and you grab it, and a mouse comes out from underneath the bundles. That's a common deal, happens, no problem. But red-tailed hawk comes down, swoops down, and wham, grabs that mouse and spooks them horses, and off they're gone. And this is the runaway team. This is what you hear. Whistle call doesn't really do a lot for the people in the surrounding area, but it tells the people in the next county that there's a runaway team. So, anyway, okay, we're going along. We have two grain wagons. We've got one being loaded and one being unloaded back at the granary, and they're having problems back at the granary. The bin boards broke out or something, got a little late, and the grain wagon's running late. This is the signal. Okay. You know, the day's been progressing here, and we're still lost that one bell wagon. They got it back out. They went on and got stuck in the popple trees over there and got locked, but they tore the back of the rack off, and they're trying to get that back together. So we're short a bundle wagon, and they're getting further out, and this is the signal that the bundle wagons are running late. Okay, now this is the call this is the last call, and this is the most important one that everyone on the trashing crew was always this is the one you wanted to hear. It's either lunch or it's closing. It's the same call. And that's the one. That's the 9 official. Now, Dr. Bill, hang on, Dr. Bill. Dr. Bill, you hear me? Nelson crew. Okay. I had a request this morning from the Padre down here. He says, what's a whistle call for a rattlesnake? Okay. We'll have to make one up. He's from this area of Montana. Huh? Oh, you drive over him. Okay. He's from Montana. Padre's from Montana. He's used a rattlesnake. There must be a whistle call for rattlesnakes. Us Minnesotans, we don't worry about rattlesnakes. We don't have them. Yeah. Okay. Well, you've been a nice audience. That's great. Okay. We're going to have, and thank you, Nelson crew. That's the original engine that started out the show. It's one of 7 on the first, that they got together, about 7 different engines, but this is the engine that's always been here. This is the NB Nelson engine. This is the one that, actually NB was the one that took it out of storage after it sat in 5 years, and that was about in like 1950, I'd say. 53 was the... 1940, he took it out of storage. Okay, so that's, but it's the original engine, and they come up through the whistle calls, and I always want to point that out. This is the start of the show. Okay, we're going to have a parade. And there's a whistle call, and he's going to start moving, or start the belt, or start progressing to whistles. Coming to the parade, driven by Pete Mont. I guess that's our #1 vehicle, Holly Fuels. No, I think that was just a coincidence. Coming up the parade route, I want you to look at this truck here coming through. This is our honorary steam queen in there. It is driven by the one and only Rainey Wrangler. And Joan Keeper is our honorary steam queen. I can't think of a more deserving lady than Joan. She's in charge of the boutique down here, and she works countless hours. Her late husband Peter was a big part of the show, and and Joan has done hours and hours of work. And Joan Keeper, honorary steam queen. Beautiful gal, wonderful gal, can't say enough. And then Rainey, her chauffeur. Now you'll be the chauffeur throughout the day, throughout the rest of the show, Rainey, you're going to be your chauffeur, virtual chauffeur. We'll never see Joan walk another step during the show. You'll be hauling her. Yep. And here we have the Arvid Benson C-grade pumper truck. This has always come to the parade. Late Arvid Benson. And we're loading up a little bit of fuel. had the fuel, maybe. That was Grand Forks' first bumper truck. 1914 Model T Ford, just another one on the Arthur Benson collection. Hey, great job. Man, here we have, I think it's the Oldsmobile. Okay. Dodge, this is the Dodge. Yeah, this is out of the Arthur Benson collection also. Yep. And here we have the muscle car, Stan Grosie's muscle car. The convertible is the Caprice Classic, 1974 model with the 454 in there. I tell you, that could burn some tires on the weekend. Here we have the Pontiac. No number, no name, but beautiful car. Model T, no. Here we have a 1950 Chevrolet owned by Stan Grosie of Hawley. Lord Cruise. And here we have the one-ton Dodge truck, the very common color that we had these trucks, 1950 model. Oh, okay. And we got the McCormick Daring gas engines on. Nice working display. Here we have Mr. Lock and Load. He's from Stephen, Minnesota. He's our protection here. If we have a breakout, anything wild, he'll come and take care of. And here we have the one and only. This guy was a kid when he was born, and he's never grew up. This is Wimpy Anderson. Now, someone threw out a motor that came out of a lawnmower, and he built a trike out of it. And this one here is the Fargo ladder truck. This LaFont ladder truck was in mainstay of it was in Fargo. It's got a V12 motor in it. Telescopic ladder reaches out to 100 feet. Two guys are driving. One guy steers in the back and the front. And very unique display. It says keep back 50 feet. I guess we want to stay away from the back. Here we got a half-ton International pickup, number 998. Get a number on that. It was last year. Oh, Russ Johnson owns that, red and white. Here we have the Railway Express. Now, this is the express that they shuttled back and forth. I don't know how far they went from one train station to another or something. But they did carry, like Wells Fargo Express in there. They carried money in there. And these people were armed. They were armed because they were hauling valuable stuff. Railway Express. And here we have a 29 Ford AA. Leroy Cornelia. This Fargo, North Dakota, is the owner of that well-restored truck. And here we got a very interesting deal. This is a Dodge truck. It's a one-ton. Howard Anderson from Moorhead's bringing it. And this trailer is a factory-built trailer by John Deere. It's a number 16 John Deere tilting bed freight trailer. And he's got his John Deere tractor aboard. This Texaco service truck, this thing was the original service truck. This thing ended up in a farmyard, and someone noticed it, and they said, that's my uncle's or dad's or grandfather's service truck, and I think that's how the story goes. He's back to owning it again, family. Here we got the number 89, and this is a 1921 International Model 31.